Thank you, Steph. And we are following breaking news this morning. A man rushed to hospital after a shooting near Mayfield and Van Kirk. This is in Brampton, and we're going to bring you to a live look at the scene right now. So a massive police presence in this stretch. This happened just after 2 this morning. What we know, man rushed to hospital, life-threatening injuries. We do not have word on any suspects at this time. But you can see it looks like some evidence markers on the roadway here at the moment. No major road closures as this is a side street, so just something to keep in mind, but we'll continue to monitor this story. A woman has been found dead and a man taken into custody at a home in Richmond Hill. York Regional Police called from someone inside a home near Yonge and King Road. Happened just before 8 last night. When they arrived, locating a deceased woman. A man has been arrested, was taken to hospital for self-inflicted injuries. Authorities say there was at least one other person inside the home at the time. They were not injured. Right now, the investigation continues in this case. And we are getting new details in the missing person investigation that led to the police-involved death of a man on Tuesday morning. So we now know 45-year-old Ali Getty was the man shot and killed by officers on Tuesday morning. Toronto police charging 59-year-old Orson York with indignity to a human body. Officers were at the Dundas and George Street apartment as part of a missing persons investigation when they had an interaction with Getty. That missing person case now considered a homicide. Human remains were found inside the apartment. They have yet to be identified. Police confirm there is more than one active crime scene. And one of those scenes, a garbage depot on Commissioner Street. This was the scene yesterday. Forensic experts, they were on the scene looking for evidence. Police have not released the name of the missing person. Again, this is now in the hands of homicide. Well, in Toronto's fight to contain COVID-19, the spread, some of the city's most popular outdoor gatherings, you may have heard, will be missed again this year. The city extending the cancellation of large outdoor events until July the 1st. So some of the events you're not going to be seeing this year, the famous Pride Parade, as well as Canada Day celebrations. These gatherings will all be held virtually. There's still no word on whether events like Luminato or the Jazz Festival, if they're going to be held online. Now, the list is extensive, so if you want to take a look, you can go to our website, citynews.ca. And we're going to continue to talk about this, by the way, in Sound Off coming up in just a bit. Now, according to Toronto Public Health, COVID variants have now reached school settings. Officials confirming that 8 schools dealing with at least one individual linked to the school screening positive for a variant of concern. And those individuals who tested positive along with their cohorts have been asked to stay home. Here's a list. Public Health has followed up with close contacts of all affected individuals. And they've also seen an increase in variant infections. It's one of the reasons why the city has asked that the lockdown be extended. By the way, if you didn't catch that list, go to our website, citynews.ca. Now, there's a lot to discuss when Mayor John Tory joins us a little bit later on this morning. He will be joining just after 7 o'clock, so stay tuned for that, including the vaccine rollout. From the provincial level, we are hearing more details about who will get vaccinated and when. But most not going to be getting their turn for months.
It's the only thing I'm thinking about. And when I say I'm the only thing, I don't sleep at night thinking of this. We have a great plan and we're executing it. And right now, that means focusing on our top priority populations.
The province's online vaccine portal will start taking reservations in the 3rd week of March, with people 80 and older up first. Shots will then go to 60-year-olds and other older adults by July. Essential workers should begin getting their shots in May, but the province didn't say who those workers will be. The Ford government is under fire, I should say, for falling behind other provinces like Alberta and Quebec, where some residents can start booking appointments this week.
I think it's pretty clear that the message this government is sending to Ontarians is we got no answers. We got no plan. We got no answers. We're making it up on the fly.
How is it we're at the beginning of March and we're not ready?
This afternoon, infectious disease specialist Dr. Isaac Bogosh and the head of the Business Council of Canada, they're going to be discussing on Facebook Live how this vaccination plan will impact public health and the economic health of our country. And coming up here in about 10 minutes' time, I'm going to be speaking with Ontario Medical Association President Dr. Samantha Hill about the realities of this rollout and what we know so far. Looking at some new statistics now suggesting Canadians have been swindled out of more than $10 million since the beginning of this year. How can you protect yourself from scam artists online? That's a big question. We're going to be talking to a cybersecurity expert with tips, and that's at about 7:20 this morning. And coming up next, GameStop making another big play on the markets yesterday. We've got the unbelievable comeback with 680 business editor Mike Epple. He is next.